we're doing an exciting, well, it's sort of exciting, sort of just a video. Sort of exciting at the same time.
Yep.
So we're doing our top 5 drugstore products.
Makeup products.
Makeup products.
Yep.
Yes. And then if you stay till the end, we might have a giveaway.
Something else.
Which is a giveaway.
I love that. It's definitely a giveaway.
Which is something else. So yeah, stay to the end and we'll talk about the giveaway.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about our favourite foundations.
We are. We're going to start with foundations.
Oh man, your highlighter looks good.
Oh, I know. It's green.
Yeah, I know. I like it. Okay, so I'm actually funny with foundations, and I've had people who I like to call foundation snobs kind of be like, oh, you use drugstore foundations. Like, what the heck? I only use high end. And I'm like, good on you throwing away your money.
Yeah.
But with foundations, I personally think the drugstore has some really good ones.
They do.
But it also depends on your skin type. If you've got really sensitive skin, you've got aging skin, you've got really dry skin, you might want to go for higher end because they've got better skincare benefits.
Yes.
But if you're oily like us...
Yeah, you can totally get something at the drugstore.
Yeah, and I find they last better than the higher end ones because the skincare and all those benefits that they put in the higher end ones, I find it doesn't make the makeup last as long.
Yes, that's a good point actually, because a lot of the in high-end foundation, often they're aimed at treating skin issues, which means they have a lot of serums and oils and stuff like that, and that's actually really great for the skin, but it does make it break down.
Yeah, and if you've got oily skin, you want your makeup to last.
Yeah, it can be a major problem.
So I just put skincare on and then seal it in with the foundation.
Yes, and that's what I do with my drugstore foundations as well. I don't look at them as something that will give me skincare benefits. I look at them as being a foundation, which is their primary job, and then I let my skincare take care of my skin.
Correct, that's what I do as well. Okay, so what's your favourite foundation from the drugstore?
I have Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I have two shades because I have a summer shade and a winter shade.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. The first time I used it, I was like, yeah, matte and poreless, my ass.
It is very smoothing though.
It is. I felt like it doesn't make the pores go away.
No.
But it does help to minimize the appearance of them.
Yeah.
And I love that. I also find it is mattifying, but it's not so drying that it's uncomfortable to wear. And I do find that it lasts fairly well on me. So this is usually the one that I'm like, oh, it's on sale, let's buy 10. Yeah.
I'm actually currently, I've got one of those in my Project Pan, and the reason being is it's relatively, I think I only got it within the last year, so it's not off or anything, but I know that it works better for me in winter. Yeah. And it doesn't last as well as on me in summer. So I'm trying to use it up before summer hits. Yeah. But I do like that foundation.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite is one that when I originally started using it, I hated it. And then I started using it more and I was like, that's actually pretty good.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. So it's Revlon Color Stay. I do have the one with the kind of white tinted lid is the normal dry skin one, and then the one with the black lid is the combination oily skin one. So once again, that's more of a summer one for me, and then this one's more of a winter one. So I do get oilier in summer. But the reason why I love these, firstly, natural beige is like my perfect color match. But also it actually does last all day.
Yeah,
like 24 hours it will last you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My only issue is sometimes if I'm really oily, it might break down in certain spots, but then you're just going with the concealer and powder and you're all good.
I find that with nearly every foundation though. Even Estee Lauder Double Wear doesn't last on me when I'm really oily. So.
I actually much prefer this to Estee Lauder Double Wear.
So do I.
Firstly, this doesn't feel as cakey. I find Estee Lauder Double Wear, it looks like I'm wearing a mask. But because it also feels like a mask, it breaks me out. It's crazy.
Exactly the same.
So when instead of spending $50 on that, I'd much prefer, and I always buy these 50% off. I never buy them when they're full price because they're $30-something in Australia. Yes. But I often pick them up for when they're like $17 or something. You're like, how can you go wrong? So
exactly.
For me, the best longevity out of a foundation I've ever used, and I also think it's better without using a brush.
Yeah, use
sponge
your
or fingers.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it can apply streaky, and that's why I hated it originally. I was just like, this is streaky and hard to use.
Same goes for these.
Yeah, but if you use your fingers or if you use a sponge.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
I'm totally inspired to buy it now because I do like that foundation as well. But I have to agree, like I had trouble with it when I was using a brush.
A brush is not good. It just doesn't go on evenly.
No, it doesn't. And look, I actually feel like that is pretty common with a lot of mattifying or oil controlling foundations. So, yeah.
Also, in Australia, ours has a pump.
Yes.
You're jealous.
I am, because I remember the last time I owned one of them, it didn't have a pump, and I was like, what are you?
I think they're now pumps in the UK, but I know in the US there's still
no pump.
No pumps.
Oh.
We've had pumps for a few years.
Get with the times,
America. I love them. So let's talk about our favourite concealers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both by the same brand.
They are, yes.
Maybelline.
Yeah. I gotta say, Maybelline makes some of the best fucking concealers I've ever used.
I
agree. Any brand.
I agree.
I have spent like $40, $50, $60 on concealer and been like,
and I always come back to these.
What is this shit I'm putting on my face? Yeah. And I always come back.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I love that one as well. We just wanted to feature
different ones.
Yeah.
Also, like I've used that one, but it was too light for me, and I think I should go a deeper shade.
There's a few things that I think make this the best, but if you sort of deviate from those things, it's not as good as it can be.
Educate us, Hayley.
Yes.
Educate us.
So, personally, I think this one is in light.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah. It's not as good as medium. It's
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I do want to buy medium.
It is not as good as medium, and the fair is even worse than light.
Because they're sheerer.
They are sheerer. That's a problem.
Yeah, I didn't like the light
For me, medium is a little bit hard for me to wear in winter though. It is a tiny bit dark. But when I'm at the peak of my tan in summer, medium is almost a brightening shade for me. So definitely think medium is the best. I also think if you have super oily skin and you want to wear this around your face, it's not that great. I think this is actually best used under the eye because it is a more hydrating concealer.
Yeah. And I like that you've taken off the sponge.
Yes,
that's
and the sponge is dirty, guys. Yeah. Don't be leaving that on.
But it uses up so much product.
It does. And the problem is, what happens when you twist it up, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, the product actually leaks out of the top. And it continually leaks.
Yeah, so it stays in the sponge.
It stays in the sponge. And because the sponge is always wet, it's going to breed bacteria, and then you go and like put it around your face and under your eyes. No go. Take that sponge off. It's so disgusting.
But you use way less of it, because I remember when I started using that, I was like twisting it like 5,000 times to get it through the sponge. Yeah. And then when I took off the sponge, it was like sopping wet foundation. And like, what a waste.
Once you, like, this one's fairly new, so you have to twist it a few times to get it going. But once you get it going, you only need to twist it once or twice to get enough for your face. So that's the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. Yeah. Love it.
And then my favourite is the Fit Me Concealer, and I think this is an unopened one because I've got a few kicking around somewhere. But I literally, whenever I see these on sale, I'll pick up about 2 or 3 of them when they're 50% off. And when they're 50% off, they're about $5.
Yeah, they're really affordable.
And I bought the NARS Radiant Creamy, whatever the fuck it is.
That concealer.
And because I thought, if I like this, that one's going to be at least like 10, 11 times better because it's 10 or 11 times more expensive.
No. People actually said it was a dupe for that, or this was a dupe for the NARS one. I think this is better.
Because this actually sets.
Yes.
But not in a like dry, uncomfortable way. No. I can wear this under my eyes. I can wear it on blemishes.
Oh yeah, I wear that under my eyes as well.
But it sets. But the NARS one, if you powder it, it gathers. If you don't powder it like it goes into like lines. And,
it's not nice.
It's not nice.
Yuck.
This is fantastic. It's my favourite concealer I've ever used. I've used higher end ones.
It's so good.
It's the best. And I always have backups in my drawer because
if they ever discontinue that, I'm going to be that psychotic person going to every fucking Priceline and every Maybelline stockist in Melbourne and buying up a lifetime supply.
I agree. And my perfect shade is light. And it works, because I don't like really, really light under eye concealer.
No.
So this is pretty much, it works perfectly for my skin tone in general. So I can wear it on the face and under the eyes, and it is great.
Excellent.
It is great.
I love that.
Okay, so for our powders, ready?
We have the same. It's the Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder.
Is yours
your natural?
No, I usually get deep natural.
Yeah, I got deep natural. I wasn't sure, and this is actually, I like this because my body is always a teeny bit darker than my face.
Yeah.
So typically I like to fix that up with powder.
I normally go that one, but I think when I went to stock up, because once again, this is an unopened one because I always stock up. I think I got one in my handbag. I think they didn't have that one, so I went for natural.
Honestly, I think the shades are so similar.
Exactly the
same.
It
really doesn't matter.
But I think I've been through about 10 of these. I always have one in my handbag and then like one in my makeup room, and I usually have it back up in my drawer.
This is actually my first one.
Ooh.
And I took the recommendation off Kat to try it. Amazing. I fucking love it. And I love it. Not only does it set your foundation, and you only need a little bit of product. You don't have to like cake it on. No. It offers a teeny tiny bit more coverage. Yeah. But it's a nice coverage. It's not like that powdery cakiness.
Yeah,
I freaking love it.
Yeah, and I think it's really good as well because I always find the amount of coverage is good that if you've got one in your handbag and you are feeling like your makeup's not looking the best, it's really good just to kind of refresh your makeup.
I agree.
Because it adds that little bit of coverage, it kind of brings it all together.
Yeah.
And it like mattifies, and it's the only tip I would give with this is if you've got oilier skin and you're getting quite oily, blot before you apply it because it can look a bit cakey. It
can look cakey because it sort of it does absorb the oil, but it also sits on your skin. So it can look really cakey. So if you're using this to absorb oil 2 to 3 times a day or more, it's not going to look good. Definitely blot beforehand. Yeah. But this is the kind of thing I always have in my handbag along with the Fit Me concealer. So if I need to go out after work or after a long day, I will blot my whole face. I will put concealer on where it's kind of become patchy, and I'll blend that in with my fingers, and then I'll go in with like a kabuki brush and just set it all, and it looks like I've just done my makeup. And that's what you want. Like if a powder can do that for you, fabulous. Love it. I don't think I will ever not have one of these in my stash now.
Whenever they're like 40% off, I pick up about 3.
I think I will always buy 2 when they're on sale, because like with a powder, I mean I have hardly used this. Well, I've not hardly used it. I've used it a lot, but I'm already like it's showing rings. So you go through powders really quick. But I think when you've always got a powder in your stash that you can pick up and it's going to work for you no matter what, you can rely on it. Just can't go past it.
But that's like literally, even though I like higher end lipsticks and and eyeshadows and highlighters and all that kind of stuff, those last 3 products that I've mentioned are ones that I will reach for over other things. I always hit drugstore sales and stock up on those products because I would prefer to wear them than higher end products.
That's the same as me. My daily face consists of these types of products because they're so reliable.
And they're so much more affordable as well. And if you're wearing makeup every day, you don't want to be churning through an $80 foundation.
No. It hurts my soul when I hit pan on like a $60 face powder. But makes me so happy when I'm ready to buy a new one.
And also when they're on sale, you can often get them for like $7 or $8.
Exactly. That's nothing.
I think they're normally 12, 13.
I think so. And even that's affordable. So if you're in a pinch, like I wouldn't cry if I had to buy one.
No way. No way.
Love it.
Love it. Okay, so now we're getting into colour. So we're talking about lipsticks.
And
we're wearing our lipsticks.
We are. You might know what mine is because
you wear it all the time.
I
It's like the one red
I know. So mine is NYX Snow White. All of the writing is rubbing off.
Open it up. I want to see how much you use.
You can tell.
You've used a bit.
You can tell I love it. And actually, I've got to say, I've only really gotten into this in the last few months. I've loved it beforehand. But at the moment, it's just like...
It's a winter red.
It's a winter red, and I know we're kind of like winter's on the way out in Australia. But I feel like this is probably one of the best reds that you can have in your collection because it's universally flattering and doesn't make your teeth look yellow. Yeah,
that's true. That's very true. I do love that one. It's in my, like, you see all my
I
need to sort them out somewhere in there, otherwise I'd be wearing it more. And my favourite is actually, it's a range, and my favourite one of the range is actually a red, but because I wanted to mention a different colour to Hayley, I decided to show you my second favourite, which is a pink, and these are the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvets. And these are like, the only problem with them is they smell bad.
Oh, do they? Can I smell it? Yeah.
Yeah, they smell bad.
They smell like they haven't, like they're unscented, but they still have the
raw ingredients.
The raw ingredients. Yeah.
But these are fan-fucking-tastic. These are so good. I literally have, I think, when they originally brought out, I think about 10 of them. I think I've got 9 of those 10.
Whoa. You love them.
I love them.
And did you buy them all yourself or did you get sent some?
No, I bought them all myself.
That's a good indicator.
I bought it. I think I bought 3 in Priceline because they were reduced when they first were released, and then I bought a few more, and then I started stocking up from ASOS because ASOS stock Bourjois cheaper.
And it's cheaper,
So whenever, and they've got new shades since, which I haven't delved into, but I've noticed that my favourite ones are the bright ones. Because this is like a doe foot applicator, and it's like a moussey kind of product, and it's a velvet, so it's a matte finish, but it's still a cream.
Soft and creamy, which means it doesn't get all
so it's not dry, it's doesn't crack.
They're my favourite type of matte lip products.
But also with these ones, and particularly the bright shades, so my other favourite's a red one, is that they stain.
Oh, yes.
So, and the stain is intense, so it's like this. So if I put this on in the morning, I can easily wear it until after I've eaten, and I might look and go, I can either put a lip gloss on it to kind of turn it into like a light, like a pinky kind of glossy look, or I can reapply it and then it will carry on through to
the rest of the day.
And I drink coffee and I do everything, so these are amazing. So
that's what you want from a lip product.
But if you want to get them, swatch them in store and then order them online because they're cheaper. But they are, I think it's red chili or something is one of my other favorites. Whenever I wear that, and to the extent I've been to like professional things like mediation at work where you're like representing clients and stuff, and the mediator's like, what's your lip product? And I'm like,
I love that.
Like, it's actually Bourjois, but should you be asking that? Like, and I'll go to blogger.
This is not a professional thing to be asking me.
But I'll go to blogger events as well, and the people from the brands are like, what's that lip product? And but they've never heard of it, so they never know. I always have to bring it out and be like, it's this. And they're like, oh, never seen that before. And I'm like, yeah, you probably haven't, but it's fantastic. You should.
You should know about it.
But once again, these are things that I've got. The red one I've got a backup of, just waiting in my drawer.
That's how much you love it. Yeah, I think when it's a product that you buy over and over, or you buy a backup of, even when it's still full, it's definitely a favourite.
And with the red one as well, like, I think they're bright colours, but the best way to apply them, in my opinion, is a thin layer. Wait for it to set a little bit and then apply another layer. Because otherwise it looks like a bright red but slightly translucent, but just put another layer and you'll be fine. And then it'll settle to a matte, and they're
I'm going to buy some.
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to.
Do it.
Done.
Do it. So then we differ with one thing. What's yours? Eyeshadows.
I have eyeshadows, and I actually have eyeshadow palettes. Now, there are eyeshadow palettes in Drugstore are starting to become more popular.
They used to always be singles or duos,
or quads, or fucking stupid shapes within a little. Oh my god, I absolutely cannot stand those stupid things. I have been trying out a lot of eyeshadow palettes recently, Drugstore eyeshadow palettes. Some
and
are higher end,
and all the
eyeshadow palettes. Some of them are so bad, but 2 that I really like are the Natio palettes. These are the Bloom and Earth palettes. They are like Urban Decay sort of knockoff.
Sort of.
The Bloom palette is almost like when you hold it up to the
Oh yeah.
to the...
It's a little bit, it's less pink though.
It is, yeah. But
It's warm.
It's very close. And this one, I think it's more... It looks quite similar to the...
Looks like the Naked 2.
Yes. But I really like them. I've got to say, like, the pigmentation isn't amazing. But if you use a good primer and, you know...
Those three colours are pretty.
Yeah, there's some beautiful colours in there. They're a little bit powdery, but you're talking about a $20 palette.
It also means that they blend nicely as well.
They do blend really nicely. If you use a good primer, they're great. I really like them. And
so the Nature eyeshadow inspired by nature.
By nature, yes.
Oh, there you go.
I thought they were a limited edition. They're not. They're permanent, which is great.
Yeah, brands should bring out more permanent palettes like that.
I agree, absolutely. And I kind of respect these a lot more than some other drugstore palettes that I won't talk about.
Yeah, that would be like a drugstore fails.
Yeah, drugstore products would be hate.
That'd be hate. Okay, I'm going to talk about highlighter. This is actually a multi-purpose product, so it's supposed to be a highlighter, blush, bronzer, and eyeshadow palette.
Yeah.
It's by Physicians Formula, and when I did get this, I was sent one and then I bought the other shade. But I prefer this one, which is the warm nudes. There's also, I think, a natural nudes, which is a little bit lighter and a little bit more cool, so it's not as gold. But what I love about this, I just use it as a highlighter, and it's like a high-end highlighter, like the quality of like an Anastasia Beverly Hills one. But you can get it from the drugstore. Now, Physicians Formula isn't the cheapest drugstore product, similar to Bourjois, but they are so good. Because this is supposed to double as an eyeshadow palette, it is actually really, really intense.
Yeah.
So it's like a really, I don't even know if you can see that, but it's a really kind of intense highlighter. But what I love about it as well, you can kind of customize your highlighter. So I've just muddied that all, but if you want like a lighter kind of silvery one, you go for that corner. If you want a pinkier one, you go for that corner. If you want a bronzier one, you know, gold, you could actually get a variety of different kind of looks out of it.
Yeah,
like peachy,
yeah. It's clever how they've done
champagne,
that.
bronze. You can kind of get it all just using one palette.
Yeah.
And what I like about that as well is, firstly, it's versatile and the quality of the highlighters are really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
But if you're not sure what colour suits you, you could go, okay, I'll get this palette, and if I use the peachy colours more as a highlighter, then you can go, okay, if I want to invest in a higher end one, I'll go for a similar colour. Or if I use the gold ones more, or the bronze ones more, or like this kind of white one more, you know, you can definitely pick and choose and go for what, okay, which one have I used the most, and then mimic that with a single pan.
Yeah,
but I just think it's really, really versatile.
And I mean, if you're reaching into that sort of peachy corner more, you can always use the darker shades as eyeshadows.
Yeah, you can actually use it as a bronzer. Like, it's very, very shimmery, but it does actually work really well as a bronzer.
Nice.
So I love it.
Excellent.
I love it. Okay, so now for the fun part. So, because we have hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and then also 1,000 group members on the Beauty News group, Facebook group.
Yes.
Our group is fun.
Our group is fun.
Yeah.
I love our members.
Yeah.
They are
awesome.
Fantastic people.
Yes, I agree. So because of that, what we're doing is we're going to give away some of our favourite drugstore items.
Yeah.
Now, we would have liked to have made this high end.
Yeah.
But we don't have, like...
Yeah, we're not.
I've got foundations going everywhere. But not money.
We don't... For us to do the sort of high-end giveaway that we want to do, it would cost us a bomb.
Yeah. So maybe if we hit like 50,000,
maybe
we'll do it. But you know, get sharing.
For now, it's
drugstore.
Yeah, it's drugstore. But we are trying to make this a bit of a bigger giveaway with like quantity.
Yes.
So
we'll talk about what we're giving away.
Yes.
So firstly, we're dropping everything, aren't we? Look at the dropsies. Okay, so firstly, you get to pick out of our favourite foundations which one you want and what your shade is. So Revlon Colorstay, normal or oily, and then also the Fit Me.
Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless.
Yeah, and what your shade.
If you have really dry skin,
We can go the normal one or the dewy one. Or
the dewy one for this. So don't be concerned about that. That'll be your choice.
Then with the concealers, you get to pick if you want Maybelline Fit Me or the Age Rewind. And once again, which shade you want.
Choose your shade.
We'll track it down. And then we're also giving away our favourite powder. So once again, you get to pick the shade, but we're giving away our favourite powder, which is a bonus if you live overseas, because you can't get that overseas.
Get that here or there.
Wherever you are.
We can get it here. You can't get it there.
Yeah, and it's very good. So, and then also we're giving away our favourite lip products.
Yes.
We've picked the colours because we like these colours.
Yes.
We don't want you to pick a dud colour. We've picked the colours for you, so you can look like me or you can look like Hayley.
These are non-optional.
Yeah, but you're getting both.
You are both.
Then you also get the Physicians Formula, the highlighting kind of palette-y thing. You can choose if you want the warm natural or the neutral one, whatever it is. There's 2 shades you can choose from, and you get to choose one of the palettes.
Yep. So there is a rosy coloured one, the Bloom, and there is an earth coloured one, which is like Naked 2, basically.
Yeah.
We will put up photos of these on the blog post where you enter, so you can see and make it a bit easier to choose. When
I've also got both of these as well, so I can put both photos if you want to see which one you prefer.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. So the rules are pretty much you need to be a follower of this channel, like you need to subscribe to this channel, and then there will be optional entries as well. So we are going to do it Rafflecopter because it's so much easier to contact you guys once you've won. So you have to go to a blog post, which will be linked down below. You have to enter via the Rafflecopter widget. The mandatory entry is to be a subscriber to this channel. Then there's optional, which is be a member of the group, which gets you more points, and also subscribe to our other YouTube channels, which will get you extra points. And then also follow our Instagram accounts, which will get you extra points. So the bare minimum is just be a subscriber of Beauty News. But if you want more entries, then follow elsewhere. Yes.
That's it.
Except it's international.
Oh, it is.
It's international.
It is.
If you're under 18, have your parents or guardians' permission if you win.
Yes.
Because you shouldn't give out your address if you...
Yes.
You get it. Yeah,
just
you get it.
Make sure Mum and Dad says it's alright for us to know where you live.
Yes.
If we send you a prize.
Correct.
Also, there will be extra rules on the blog post. Please read them, because if you don't read them and then something goes wrong and you get grumpy, you're going to be upset.
Correct.
So read the rules.
Read the rules.
Not many, just a few.
Yep.
Read the rules.
It'll be pretty... If you know how to read, you'll be alright.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
It won't be big words.
1 minute max.
You're all good. You're all good. So that's our giveaway.
That is.
Thank you to all our subscribers who are already subscribed.
We're so excited.
Yes, we are. We actually are.
Yes.
And then help us get to bloody 100,000 or 50,000 so we can do a high-end giveaway.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to give away something crazy like a MacBook Pro or something.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome. I would love to do that.
Yeah, anyway.
Maybe one day. Not
today.
No.
Not tomorrow either.
No.
Okay, and also if you want to know all the dates, it'll be in the Rafflecopter widget. It'll tell you how many days and how many hours you have until it closes.
Yeah, we don't talk about that in the videos because it's, you know, when it's an international giveaway, time zones and stuff,
are different. Because we could be like, oh, midnight Friday, and then people are like, that's supposed to be tomorrow. No.
We're
in Australia.
So for all the details needed for the competition, just check out the blog post. It'll all be there, plain as day.
Yeah.
And that's it.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.